Hi guys, welcome back. So in the last session we have spoken about data types. This session we are going to talk about operators. So first thing is we have arithmetic operators, then relational operators, then we are going to talk about logical operators. So arithmetic are basic operators: plus, minus, multiplication, division. Likewise you have simple operators. Similarly relational operators and logical. See, for the qualifier exam, even if you are thorough with these operators, should be good enough for you. So let me demonstrate these operators so that we can understand this very well. So let me again make use of Java as the programming language to demonstrate this. As I say, like, you can make use of any language. I am using Java for simple reason. Java is quite easy to work with. And again, once again I am telling you, I am not trying to teach you Java here. My objective is to just teach you the operators and data types. So let us have a quick understanding of this. Let's say, for example, I have int n1 equal to 10 and int n2 equal to 2. So this is my two numbers which I have. Now I can very well say int add equal to n1 plus n2. Now this will do the addition. So if I want, I can print that. For printing in Java, we make use of this system.out.println command. So don't worry about that. That's not my objective. Neither I have any objective to teach you Java at this stage. So I'm just trying to print the result. So if I execute this program, you can very well see the result. So let me execute this. So in the bottom we have this console window where you can see the result. Could you see this? 10 plus 2, 12. On the same lines, we can also say int subtraction equal to 10 minus 2, or rather n1 minus n2. I can also give direct values also. So let me finish off the rest of the things in ease. So I am giving subtraction here in mul equal to n1 into n2, which is going to give you the result of multiplication. Alright. So I am just trying to print that, the result of the arithmetic operation I am performing. Similarly in div equal to, div may, if I say n1 divided by n2, I will get the quotient, correct? So here the division quotient is the div value. So you could also see one plus operator here. When I use plus on a string and a number, it will do concatenation. It will combine these two. Whereas if I am going to do it on two numbers, that will do addition. So this will give you the quotient. And if I want, I can also get the mod by saying n1 percentage n2. So you know very well in your mathematics class, you have understood division is all about subtraction and multiplication is all about addition. And when you do a division, you might get quotient and you will also get remainder. If I have 11 number of apple, fine, if I have to equally distribute that between 5 people, so I will do it as 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then remainder will be 1. That is a remainder basically, and quotient is 5. So 2 apples if I distribute, I can distribute it to 5 people. So that's what. So here if I want, I can have the mod or remainder. So let's run this. So here you could see all the arithmetic operations. Fine. 12, 8, 20. So because the mod is 0, because 10 divided by 2 will give you 0 only. In case if I give it as 1, the whole result will change. Then the remainder will be 1. Correct or not? The remainder will be 1. Mod will be, quotient will be still 5. Right? So a simple operation on arithmetic things. Okay. Now the next thing which we have in the PPT, if you look at, is we also have something called as plus plus operator and minus minus operator. Now plus equal to is assignment, already we have seen that. In initialization of data we used assignment operators. Now let's look at the plus plus, increment and decrement operator. Increment means you are going to increase, decrement means you are going to decrease. So what is exactly that I am going to do here? So let's understand, I have int x equal to 1 and now I say x equal to x plus 1. So what will be the value of x? X will become 2, right? So if I am going to print this, x will be 2 because x is already holding 1. So that is being assigned a value where I say x plus 1. X is 1, x is 1 plus 1. So it will be 1 plus 1, 2. Okay. Now the same thing could also be performed something like this. Instead of saying x plus 1, you can also say x plus plus. X plus plus is equivalent to x plus 1. Please understand. X plus plus is a shortcut key. So plus plus is a operator where you are going to do the addition, x plus 1. So if I am going to execute that, I will get the same answer. Fine. 2. Okay. Now let's look at this in a different way. Now I say here x plus plus. Now see what happens. If I say x equal to 1 and if I say while printing x plus plus, let's see what it prints. I am not incrementing it beforehand. Now if I execute this, I will get the answer as 1. Even though I have used x plus plus, I am getting the answer as 1. See, that is primarily what it is doing is, when I say x plus plus, x is printed first and then incremented. So this is called as post increment. This is called as post increment. Remember that. See, questions will be like this. You should not say 2 here, because if you say 2, then it's a wrong answer. So it's called as post increment. First the action will take place, the command will take place, then the incrementation will happen. But if I am going to have this as plus plus x, let's say x, fine, as plus plus x. Now this plus plus x will do a pre-increment. That means it will increment first and then prints. So I will just comment this. Comment means I don't want that line to be executed. So here I am showing pre-increment. See, if I am going to run this, here it will increment first then print. That means the value will be 2. So please understand, this plus plus operator has 2 modes. One is post increment, one more is pre increment. In case of post increment, the action takes place first and then the increment happens. In the pre increment, the increment happens first and then the printing happens. Remember this. On the similar lines, you also have something called as post decrement and pre decrement. Post decrement and pre decrement. Now let me show you post decrement and pre decrement. Now in case of post decrement and pre decrement, I will make use of x minus minus and minus minus x. So let me do this here, and now let me say, fine, x minus minus. If I say x minus minus, even though it should say x equal to x minus 1 means x is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. But since it's a post decrement, see here, it's a post decrement. So prints first and then in decrements. So the answer will be still 1, correct? The answer will be still 1. See this. Right? Now if the same thing, if I am going to have it with minus minus x, the value will be different. See this? If I am going to say minus minus x, then it becomes pre-decrement. So in this case, decrements first and then prints. So what this will print? This will print 0. See here, this will print 0. This is pre-decrement and post-decrement. Got it, ma? Okay. The next thing which we have is, we also have one special incrementing operator and a special decrementing operator. One second, where is my PPT? Yeah. We have something called as special decrement operator and special increment operator. Now, how do we use this? Let me also demonstrate that. Now, there is an operator called, see here, kindly look at this once again properly. Plus equal to, minus equal to, multiplication equal to, division equal to, mod equal to. So, if I am going to say, let's say I have the same x equal to x plus 3, I want to give like this. Now x equal to x plus 3 will make it as 4. The same thing can be performed by saying x plus equal to 3, x plus equal to 3. This is equivalent to x equal to x plus 3. Is it only with number 3 or can we have for any other number? You can have it for any number of your choice. You can also say x plus equal to 5. So that will be equivalent to x equal to x plus 5. So this is what we call this as a shortcut, a special operator, increment decrement operators. See here, if I am going to run this, if I say print x value, let me comment 1 and go for the next one. This will be 1 plus 5, it will print 6. Right? Similarly, I can also go with minus. See, x minus 5. So this will be x equal to x minus 5. So accordingly, I will get the answer. 1 minus 5, right? Minus 4. I will be getting that as the answer. Similarly, I can also say x star equal to, let me change the number, 10. So in that case, it will be x into 10. So this time the value will be 1 into 10, 10. Correct? The value of x is 1. So obviously it is going to return you 10. Right? Okay. Let me change the value to 10. 10 into 10 will return me 100. 10 into 10 will return me 100. Okay. Can I do it on division? Yes, you can very well do it with division. So in this case, 10 divided by 10, it's going to be 1. So if I am going to run this, the same thing can also be applied for mod. So if I am going to say x percentage of 2, then this is x percentage. So this is going to return me 0 because the remainder of 10 by 10 is 0. Got it, guys? So here we have completed what? Here we have completed arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators. So simple. So now let's quickly go for the relational operators. Relational operators have to be used when you want to get the result as true or false. Remember, always the result of the relational operator will be true or false. Equal to is a comparison operator. This exclamation equal to is not equal to. Greater than equal to, lesser than equal to, or greater than or lesser than. Now this is what we called as relational operators. Now let's quickly have a understanding of these relational operators now. But let's do that in the next video. Thank you.